You're watching ABC 57 News in high definition with Keitha Nelson and First Warning neighborhood weather meteorologist Tom Coombs. Good morning, Michiana.
The last full day of winter is going out with a bang. Right now, light snow and areas of black ice will once again make for a slippery morning drive. We are keeping you ahead of the snow with the latest timing of Forecast Track. Good morning, Michiana. ABC 57 News at 6 continues now.
Covering South Bend, Elkhart, and all of Michiana. This is ABC 57 News at 6.
I think this is a wonderful selection for the church and for the world.
Today marks a new era for the Roman Catholic Church. Just moments ago, faithfuls across the globe witnessed a solemn chapter of Christian history. Also ahead, new this morning, after 3 days, plane wreckage cleanup is finally expected to begin in South Bend. Straight ahead, a look at removal efforts underway. And right now, we're tracking cold temps and light snow throughout Michiana. In just seconds, we've got your first warning. And welcome here to ABC 57 News. I'm Keitha Nelson. It's Tuesday, March 19th. We're 1 day away from spring, but tell that to Mother Nature. We're off to another cold start with snow and ice out on the roadways. Let's see if ABC 57 First Warning neighborhood meteorologist Monica Ott has any hope in sight for us. Good morning, Monica.
Good morning, Keitha. And I do. It's going to take us a couple of days, but we will finally see some more spring-like weather. But winter definitely not going out without a fight, as we are still seeing some light snow today, some slick road conditions. So be careful out there on those roads, especially be wary of black ice. Right now, tracking some snow along the US 20 bypass, 31, the toll road, as well as 31 up in close to Niles and up in Three Rivers, closer to 131. The big thing today, this morning, aside from that snow showers, are these temperatures. 22 in South Bend and Goshen, 23 in Warsaw, 22 in Knox. But when we factor in these winds out of the west at 20 to 25, these are sustained winds at 20 to 25. It is feeling more like 7 in South Bend and Goshen, 6 in Knox, 8 in Warsaw, and 5 in Benton Harbor. So you'll definitely want to bundle up as you head out this morning. The good news is we are going to get rid of that snow by the noon hour, but you notice temperatures will only climb towards 30 degrees by 3 p.m. under those mostly cloudy skies. There is some sunshine on the way. That'll be a couple of days away, but first we have another round of lake effect accumulating snow. We are tracking it to keep you prepared in just a few minutes. Keitha.
Thanks, Monica. And today, crews are expected to begin a major cleanup effort. It's day 3 in a deadly plane crash investigation out of South Bend. For a look ahead, let's get to ABC 57's Eric Stelzer. He joins us live near the scene on Bendix Drive. Eric, can you tell us about the plans for today?
Good morning, Keith. Right now, that plane is still jetting out of the side of the house out here. Police say that's expected to move over to the South Bend Regional Airport later today. Now, this is what the scene looks like still today. This video was shot the day of the accident, but not much has changed actually since then. Crews are out here right now, though. They're blocking off the roads. Police say people living on Iowa Street are allowed back in their houses, except they can't park there. The crash killed 2 people, injured several others. Stephen Davis and Wes Cave were killed, one a former quarterback, the other the pilot. Last we checked, one of the other passengers of the plane was also in critical condition at Memorial Hospital. I did have the chance to talk to a neighbor this morning who lives just several houses from the crash site. She says she just wants some normalcy brought back to the area.
Just kind of unbelievable. We hear planes now, and it's, you heard it coming in, and your house sometimes shakes from the planes anyway, so you don't really think anything of it. And
anything else you want to say?
Just glad everybody's okay in our neighborhood.
And a black box was also recovered from the cockpit of the airplane or from the jet. That information, which is on that, is being sent to D.C. where they can analyze that further. We probably won't know exactly what's on that black box for about a year. Reporting live in St. Joseph County, Eric Stelzer, ABC 57 News.
Thanks for that, Eric. NTSB crews continue looking into what caused that twin-engine jet to crash Sunday afternoon in South Bend. ABC 57's Jacqueline Kelly talked with officials as they began the investigation Monday. She reports on the latest this morning.
Keitha, investigators and local officials say they met every goal they set out to accomplish on Monday, but still there's quite a few unanswered questions. Investigators have not revealed any information about a possible cause, the jet's pilots, or why the jet was traveling to South Bend.
It is miraculous that there was not greater loss of life.
South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg said the city's top priority is getting this neighborhood back to normal. Within 24 hours, both the power and gas was restored to the 77 homes evacuated during the plane crash.
Third goal we had was to mitigate the jet fuel. And with the assistance of the South Bend Fire Department hazmat team, we were able to do that.
Officials say jet fuel leaked into the basement of this home and a small amount seeped into nearby sewers. Now that the jet fuel is no longer a danger, the goal is to get the plane out of this South Bend home. Tuesday, a crane will hoist the wreckage onto a flatbed truck. It will then be taken to a secure hangar within the South Bend airport. But among the mess, investigators did locate the jet's black box.
The cockpit voice recorder was secured in a good condition and is currently en route to Washington, D.C. to our vehicle's recorder lab.
Officials say the pilots both had proper certifications and credentials to fly the light jet. They just don't know why the plane couldn't make a safe landing at the South Bend airport.
The aircraft did indeed make 2 approaches to land, followed by what we constitute as a go-around or an aborted landing. During the second aborted landing attempt, the aircraft was observed to climb away from the runway, enter a bank, and then shortly thereafter impact the residence.
In the coming days, once the wreckage is moved to the hangar, the FAA and the aircraft's manufacturers will be here to assist investigators in looking for possible mechanical malfunctions, as well as pilot error or any environmental factors that may have contributed to why this jet crashed. Reporting in South Bend, Jacqueline Kelly, ABC 57 News.
People who live near the crash site along North Iowa Street couldn't wait to get back inside of their homes. Some of them were allowed to return home Monday. ABC 57's Jesse McDonough reports from the neighborhood and has their reactions this morning.
Keith and neighbors I talked to say they are relieved to be back in their homes, but they say the transition has been a stressful one.
Then she replied back and said an airplane crashed on our street and said to call her back.
Dakota Goodman and his mom, Lisa Brown, say they are relieved that the jet that went down didn't hit their home.
Kind of scary, actually, because it's like, okay, that's just a few houses down from us. That could have been us.
But they say going back after being evacuated overnight hasn't been an easy transition.
It's been a real pain.
People are not allowed to park on Iowa Street, and police are only allowing people on the street that are on their list of residents. It's proved to be an uneasy day as they settle back in with the crash on their minds.
Yeah, it does make me nervous.
But as bad as their nerves are, Brown's family plans on staying put.
This is home. We're not going anywhere.
Officials say they will be able to remove that plane sometime today. Reporting in South Bend, Jesse McDonough, ABC 57 News.
Emergency response teams train year-round for serious emergencies like this one. Sunday, there was a plan in place, and we're told it worked well in this disaster. ABC 57's Jasmine Norwood has the details.
Keitha, many volunteers were out here around the clock, and this morning, they'll take us through this tragedy through their eyes.
When disaster hits and hundreds of people are under mandatory evacuation, panic and chaos can be the difference between life or death. Volunteer response teams like American Red Cross and VEST say precision and organization are key. In massive emergencies, VEST volunteers set up barricades and direct traffic. On average, they respond to about 15 calls a month. Red Cross says they ran drills at the airport about a year ago to make sure they would know exactly what to do.
There were some issues with communication. The next step for us is pulling that team together again and looking back, say what worked well. How do we learn from this so that the next time is better than this time?
At the end of the day, volunteers say what drives them is compassion.
Some of our unit members may not have the highest economical status, but they'll give the shirt off their back and, run out a full tank of gas to assist the people of St. Joe County.
Now, the Red Cross says it's really important for you to always have a bag by the door and be ready to go, because they say you never know when it may be your turn to evacuate. Reporting in South Bend, Jasmine Norwood, ABC 57 News.
And new this morning, here's a live look out of Vatican City, where the world is witnessing the inauguration of the Catholic Church's newest pope. Just moments ago, the Pope delivered his homily. Right now, St. Peter's Square is jam-packed with the church's followers. We spoke with Father Tom O'Hara, the Provincial Superior of Holy Cross. One of their headquarters is right here in South Bend at Notre Dame. He tells us his brothers are excited about today's inauguration.
We're especially proud of who he is as a, going to stress the priesthood as a sense of his humility as much as a sense of his power.
Today cements the Pope's role as head of the Roman Catholic Church and its 1.2 billion faithful worldwide. And in other news today, Ramon De Leon Jr. is expected to learn his fate. In January, he pled guilty in connection to the death of Cesar Flores. Last September, police found Flores dead. They say he was shot several times at the Anchor Inn on Western Avenue. James Garcia also faces charges for criminal recklessness. He's accused of shooting Damas De Leon. And today it's back to court for a Notre Dame hockey player accused of assault. 22-year-old Jared Beers is set to have a hearing this morning. He's charged with battery, criminal trespassing, and resisting police. Officers say he got into a fight at Brothers Bar and Grill last month. That's when they believe he punched a female bartender in the face. He's suspended from the Notre Dame hockey team indefinitely. 10 minutes now past the hour. It's official. The Notre Dame women's basketball team will go dancing. Straight ahead, who they're set to take on in the NCAA women's basketball tournament. Plus, we'll fill you in about one Missouri town's messy situation that will have you talking.
Gusty winds and frigid temps this morning at the bus stop, making it feel like the single digits. In just minutes, we have your first warning about the next accumulating snowfall. Stay tuned.